Hello and welcome. This is why you need to understand Facebook reach. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. What is Facebook reach? Contrary to popular belief, not everything you post is seen by all of your fans or followers, whatever you want to call them. Only a percentage of your fans will actually see the stuff you're posting, and this is called reach. Now, it works by using an algorithm which is called EdgeRank. This dictates who is going to see your content out of your fans. So this started off by being around 16% a little while ago, but recently, in the last 6 to 9 months, it has dropped quite dramatically to the point where 2% of the fan base will see the stuff you're posting. So there's lots of things you need to understand about reach. It's affected by the types of content you're posting, so some will have better reach than others organically. Video, especially at the moment, Facebook is really pushing. It also gets better engagement, which affects reach too. But yeah, video is up there at the top. Sharing images also high again. Text only is kind of lower, and links are the lowest on your kind of reach scale. So let's take a look at some posts to illustrate how you can monitor your reach. Here we have an example of 3 posts. As you can see, the first post we have 77 people reached, and we had slightly less fans than we do at the moment, so this was 5% of our fan base was reached with this post. As you can see, it has no likes, comments or shares, and that's why the reach is lower. The more interaction you get on a post, the higher the reach will become. Also, the quicker the engagement happens, the better as well. That's how things go viral. So if you post a picture out and have 10 people like it in the first 10 minutes, it will have a much higher reach than if you have 10 people like it over the course of a day. So here you can see number 2, we had 158 people reached. We had a few comments here, but we had quite a lot of likes. So this was a 10% reach. And finally, number 3. Now this is a really great example. So this is an episode of our Zest TV. As you can see, it has less likes and comments, however, it has a higher reach. This is partly due to the fact that this was posted directly by me onto Facebook, as opposed to using a third-party app. Now, what are third-party apps? So, there's other things that you can use out there, like Buffer, or Post Planner, or Hootsuite, and those will post directly to Facebook for you. However, these do suffer from a lack of reach, so your reach will be decreased if you post via a third party rather than directly onto Facebook. These are great stats to keep monitoring so that you know what is your audience like. So for instance, no one engaged with that first one, very salesy. We don't do very salesy ones very often, but they have to be done sometimes when we need to let people know about products or services that we've got going on. The second one, very silly, got a lot of engagement and had a very good reach, but it wasn't really telling anyone anything about us. Whereas number 3, even though it's a link which is taking people away from Facebook, which again, as I said before, generally have a lower reach, this one was really good because it had a lot of interaction and click-throughs. So, as we can see, our fans generally like things that are informative, pieces of knowledge that we're giving out to them, or things that are funny and silly. We can then use this to craft better posts which are aimed at our audience to get more engagement. The more engagement we get on each post, the higher the reach, and the more people that see that image or video or whatever it is. The more people that see the content, the more people you have a chance of showing your products or service to, or even just letting know that you are there. By people sharing your content as well, you'll be getting in front of a whole new audience that may not be following you. Okay, so now you want to use your Facebook Insights. You can see the reach that you're getting on your posts, and you can start to see what it is your fans are liking, but Insights are where it's really going to happen. As you can see from this section of Insights, I've gone to our post level data, so you just click on Post after you've gone into your Insights, and it shows you all the posts that we've sent out recently. I can then alter this to be shown which has the highest reach. This is a great way to keep track of what content your fans are finding the most appealing. As you can see, the top one is a video of Libby and Harriet doing a super sour gobstopper challenge. This is not something we really intended to be very popular, it was just some Friday fun. But as you can see, it had loads of engagement, really good comments from people, and it was really, really popular. So, from this we can tell that if we need to convey a message, we can do it in a fun and exciting way without having to be too salesy. So what I've done here in Insights is all the stuff is still the same. The only thing I've changed is the engagement section. So rather than showing click-throughs and likes and shares, I've told it to show me engagement rate. Now this is a really, really useful part of Insights as well, because you can compare the reach to the engagement. So although, as you can see with the top one, it had the highest reach, 15%, and then the second one had 4%. Even though that had a really high reach, the engagement on it was quite low. Whereas further down, you can see that we had one for 8%. Again, this had a much higher rate of engagement compared to the amount of reach. So between looking at your reach and your engagement rates, you can tell exactly what type of content your fans really enjoy. This is really useful when you come to doing something like an ad. You know exactly what type of content your fans are liking and most likely to interact with, and therefore you can tailor your ad to that. So for us, we would target an ad using a very fun and simple image with a tiny bit of text on it, and then some interesting facts or information that people can use. Those would be the best types of ads, because that's already what our fans like. Okay, so what are the main things to remember? Mix up your content. Don't stick to just one type of content. Try posting out videos, images, plain text, and links. Each has a different level of reach, but by mixing it up, you're getting the best type of reach because you're hitting different people with different types of content, and they're more likely to interact in different ways. Split test. Use different images with the same text, use the same text with different images. Try posting in the day, try posting at night. It's not 100% science. There are figures and facts out there that tell you when's the best time to post on Facebook, but that isn't right for every business. Your business may be different. It depends on who your target audience is. Try and think about who your audience is and when they're going to be online, so it's the best time to hit them. Monitor your reach. Now, as I've said before, this is a great way of understanding your audience better and knowing what type of content they enjoy. And as they've liked your page and they are looking at your content, they've already proven that they're fans of your product or service. So don't spam them with sales messages, give them information that will be helpful to them, and keep changing it up, and you can see what they really like, and the more you find out what they like, the more of that type of stuff you can put out. Therefore, your reach will increase and your engagement will increase. Use this data for your ads. So go back into Insights, look at your reach and your engagement levels, and really think about what type of ads you want to put out to people. Who are your current fans? What type of thing do they like? And therefore, what type of future fans do you want to encourage to follow you? So I've been Mike, and this has been why you need to understand your Facebook reach.